Even if you've never heard of U2 or the Pop Mart Tour, spend 5 minutes backstage and you can tell it's huge. Their opening concert in Vegas attracted lots of Hollywood's A-list, not to mention some VIPs from Utah.
Viva Las Vegas!
107.5 The End thought it was a big enough deal to get a Learjet to take contest winners to the concert. They joined a real variety of famous people, from Carrot Top to Eunice Shriver, the late President John F. Kennedy's sister.
I'm a big fan of U2's. I've gone to his opening concerts in Florida.
She's always been impressed by the band's humanitarian side as much as their music, but the Pop Mart Tour and new album were supposed to show us they're tired of being good guy heroes and just want to relax and poke fun at pop culture.
Sometimes it's nice to see the Mona Lisa in a leopard skin frame. Do you know what I mean?
Not all of U2's fans have been laughing about the band's frame of mind. Some are kind of concerned, but don't worry.
I was really kind of cheered by this because I was a little worried that this was going to be, 2 hours of sneering and irony, and it wasn't.
Spin magazine music critic Jesse Barrett grew up on the U2 of the early 80s, but he still enjoyed the concert. Jesse's just like everyone else we talked to, blown away by the giant video wall behind the stage.
It was sort of like the fifth member of the band, the screen, and so that's a pretty powerful thing to add to the mix.
It's perfect for songs off their new album, Pop. Now, the crowd here seems to like the new songs okay, but when U2 plays an old song, well, the atmosphere totally changes. It sounds corny, but there's something spiritual about the connection between the band and the audience on old songs like Where the Streets Have No Name. The applause was always bigger after the songs that made U2 one of the most popular bands of all time. They even leave the wild and crazy stage and perform lots of the show on a smaller platform right out in the middle of the audience.
What the show did really well, I thought, was mix sincerity and extravaganza. They have some pretty interesting, complex ideas in this show, just about art, about the way art works, about the artist's duty to society. There was all this talk about the new ironic U2, and you can still see Bono's up there marching away and chanting and having everybody yell at him, and still sees himself, I think, as a leader of people.
Okay, guys, what'd you think?
Well, Steve, I rocked so much that I could barely speak.
Things weren't going that well in the beginning of the concert. They're having some problems. Somehow U2 always manages to surface above anything going wrong, and just turned into the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I loved all of it. I thought it was just awesome.
Well, that's going to be some show tomorrow night, and Steve will be reporting live from Rice Stadium with more on the tour and its stop here in Utah.